Set to go, and away they go from that 1900-meter mark at an okay beginning for them. Is settling down in the early stages, Silver Louise. Izzy Esther's right up there, Masters Queen. Outside runners, Basset Sana goes up to a handy position. Mansoria is also in a handy spot too. Winter Time. Sugarberry's about 5-6 lengths off them. Maiden's Cove, Sail Away With Me and Hey Siri. They followed by Anna Tura, then Liberan Lana. Opera Swing and Crafty Heart at the back mark as they 7 or 8 lengths off the leader as they pass the 1400-meter mark. Masters Queen is out in front, or should I say was in front, as Sugarberry goes to set the cracking gallop up front and goes 3 clear. Sugarberry to the 1200 goes 2.5, 3 lengths clear. Of in second, Masters Queen. Basset Sana races third. Silver Louise is back in fourth position. Then comes along the outside Mansoria, is also in close quarters now. Maiden's Cove and then Izzy Yester. Hey Siri's giving them 7 lengths start, followed by Anna Tura, Liberan Lana in the grey. Winter Time, then Crafty Heart. They followed by Opera Swing, and Sail Away With Me has been pulled out of the contest. They're about to straighten up. They've got 800 metres to go. Sugarberry tries to go from the gun to the tape here, led by 2. From Basset Sana, Silver Louise and Masters Queen, only 2 lengths to go. Then came Mansoria along the inside of those. Behind that one comes Izzy Yester. Outside of runners is Hey Siri and Maiden's Cove. Then came Anna Tura. 400 metres left to go. Silver Louise comes up to Sugarberry, still got the lead. Sugarberry, Izzy Yester's down the inside. Maiden's Cove, and behind that is Masters Queen and Anna Tura, but Sugarberry continues to roll. On the outside, Anna Tura comes out the back, and Sugarberry. Anna Tura's flying on the outside. Sugarberry, here comes Anna Tura. Anna Tura's flying, and Sugarberry's in front. Anna Tura, Sugarberry held on from a flying Anna Tura. Close for third, Masters Queen and Crafty Hearts. Darrell, Utah, Mark Curry, Mr. Schechter, Mr. Smith, Harold, Utah, Hilton, Utah, rather, and Mr. and Mrs. Alan Creff, the daughter of Ideal World, Sugarberry, from a flying Anna Tura. Great finish again.
Number 8, Sugarberry. Both Neil and I were really excited to see her back on the turf again, and she has really enjoyed being back on the surface. And Richard, in saying that, things were not made easy for her. You were caught wide. You had to elect between hoping a gap opened and tucking or taking up the running. And you took up the running, which I think adds huge merit to this win, because she doesn't strike me as a front runner naturally.
No, not at all. I had an awkward draw, drawn 8, but she jumped. Well, just before we jumped, she sort of brushed the pins, and she came out good. And I was looking for gaps to open, but I had Majorca on my inside. He had every right to chase his horse up. He was being competitive, and he made it clear that he wants to go forward. So I was caught deep, and I found myself sitting on the bridle, pulling back, trying to stay with it back, and I realised I'm in the wrong place. I should be in front. So I took it up. Did the same speed that they were doing, came to the straight and made a race of it. And she didn't like the way she ran. She's probably better off coming from a little bit off the speed. Tend to go back to the speed. That there was nothing happening. So lovely win. She's only starting to find her feet now. She's maturing.
I think that's pretty literal, because I remember seeing her in her early stages of racing, and you say find her feet, that means find her way, but she literally had to find her feet. She looked like a newborn baby gazelle when she stepped out the first time. Those legs were everywhere.
Yeah, she's very lanky, but the condition's starting to show now. Good shoulder, good hindquarter.
Yeah.
Sometimes horses make you wait, and she definitely did that. But a lovely win, so thank you to Mr. Creff, thank you to the owners and to my sponsors they're winning for.
Well, super ride. You had to do it the hard way, but you've kept it together. Well done.
Yeah, just glad to be in the box. It's been a hard day of second, so that's the cherry.
I have to touch on that last run. I know it's not nice to run second, but I've got to say, yourself, Santa, and we danced, and Louis, you gave us a race of note. If you could have heard what it sounded like on the stand side of that race, that is what racing is about. Now, I know it's hard to come up on the wrong side of that, but it was a class race.
Yeah, take nothing away from the winner, but put us a furlong further, different result, but unfortunately it's a mile. She ran her heart out, so I'm happy. So next time I have a bit further, probable banker.
Yeah, we'll be
Awesome.
back. Well
Thank you.
done, Richard. There you go. Sugarberry, she's the daughter of Ideal World. I totally feel Richard's sentiments, and I'm sure Alan will as well. She's a horse that's needed the time, and we're going to see her on an upward trajectory now.
Yeah, no, I think she's definitely a filly that's going to be on the up. Prefers the grass, I think, to the polish. She only gets going late, but today it just shows what a top-class jockey Richard is. You know, I was expecting him to sit midfield or further back. He went slow, found himself in front, dictated the race, and won a good race. So very well done to Volkert Bos and Maurits Fontaine. Bred the filly, to Daryl Hilton, Utah, to Alan Schechter, to Mark Curry, and to Rob Smith at Major John. They there with his family today, and they said they're going to have a couple of Jaeger Masters or tequilas now before they go out on a game draft. So it's they're already on a high. So well done to them and to Glennifer.
Of course, yeah. And then again, I did just chat on with Richard about Santa Teresa, and I've got to say, I know you as a conditioner, you're sad to finish in that second spot, but it was a magnificent run, and you know that the mile's getting sharp for her, so I'm sure you are, in your heart, still chuffed with that.
Oh yeah, you know, miles a bit on the sharp side now for her, but you know, it's a listed race. You've got to
Yes,
take
you've
your
got to
chances.
try,
She's collecting all the black type she can, and same with Phoenix, got some black type
Yes.
for her. That's more important than anything else, and you know, finishing up on the second box rather than the first box is tough, but you know, she's as honest as the day is long, and she really gave her best. Third horse, long way back,
Yep.
good race, and unfortunately I was on the receiving end of the harding today.
You will be back, as Richard said, and once again, all kudos to this filly, number 8, Sugarberry. She's a 3-year-old, so we'll be seeing more of her.
No, she's a nice filly. I think she's an Oaks top filly, so we'll be looking forward to that.
Most definitely. Thank you, Alan. Well done. Yes, Santa is going to be worth her weight in gold when she hits those paddocks, but it's not time for breeding yet. She's still got some more time to whack up some black type, and we will see more of her. But Sugarberry, she's definitely going to be one to follow, as you've just heard from Alan, a horse that will be aiming towards the Oaks. There's ability there. I think her win was full of merit today, considering it was not the way she would have chosen to run a race. Well ridden by Richard, and congratulations to her connections.